Hello and welcome to another episode of today's GK. I am Pooja Dwivedi, and in this segment we bring to you objective questions on a daily basis to help you crack prelims. Let's begin with the practice question of the last segment. The word Vikombe is recently seen in the news. It is associated with which of the following? Many of you have answered it correctly. The correct answer to this question is option A, that is meteorite. The National History Museum, London, is to display a piece of meteorite that touched down in the town of Vikombe in Gloucestershire in the UK, and the meteorite touched the UK soil in February 2021. The Vikombe meteorite is 103 grams in weight. It is a fragment of the black rock resembling the coal, and it was found by a team from the University of Glasgow. Moving on, consider the following statements. Panchi Commission recommended that there should be a provision for the impeachment of the governor by the state legislature. The Supreme Court in Numbum Rabia judgment ruled that the exercise of a governor's discretion, Article 163, is limited in nature. We have to select the correct statement. Both these statements being correct, the correct answer is option C. And the Panchi Commission 2010 recommended that there should be a provision for the impeachment of the governor by the state legislature. The Supreme Court in Numbum Rabia judgment 2016 ruled that the exercise of the governor's discretion under Article 163 is limited in nature, and his choice of action should not be arbitrary or fanciful. It covers parts of northern and northeastern China and of southern Mongolia. It is bounded by the Altai Mountains and the grasslands and the steppes of Mongolia on the north, by the Taklamakan Desert to the west, by the Hexi Corridor and Tibetan Plateau to the southwest, and by North China Plain to the southeast. So, you have to identify the body using the following options. So everything that has been mentioned is indicating towards option A, that is Gobi Desert, and the Gobi Desert is a large desert or a brushland region in East Asia. It covers parts of northern and northeastern China and the southern Mongolian parts. The desert basins of the Gobi are bounded by Altai Mountains and the grasslands and steppes of Mongolia on the north, by the Taklamakan Desert to the west, by Hexi Corridor and Tibetan Plateau to the southwest, and by North China Plain to the southeast. The Gobi is notable in history. Why? Because the location of several important cities along the Silk Road laid there, and the Gobi is a rain shadow desert formed by the Tibetan Plateau, blocking precipitation from the Indian Ocean from reaching the Gobi territory. So now with the help of this map, you can see where lies the Gobi Desert in this region. Moving on. Consider the following statements on National Career Service. It provides a wide array of employment and career-related services to the citizens of India. NCS is a part of e-governance plan, and the Ministry of Labour and Employment is the nodal ministry of implementation for the scheme. So we have to select the correct statement. All of the statements are correct in this particular question. So the correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. And it is a one-stop solution that provides a wide array of employment and career-related services to the citizens of India. NCS project reaches out to people of this country through three essential pillars: a well-designed ICT-based portal, which is an NCS portal, and a countrywide setup of model career centers and interlinkage with all the states through employment exchanges. NCS was launched in 2015 with the umbrella of the e-governance plan, and the Ministry of Labour and Employment is the nodal ministry for the implementation of the scheme. Yuva, which was recently seen in the news, is related to which of the following? It is related to UNICEF's initiative to provide young people aspirational economic opportunities. And the Indian chapter of Generation Unlimited Yuva was born in 2018. GenU is a global multi-stakeholder platform that aims to prepare young people to transition to productive work and active citizenship. In India by 2030, Yuva aims to ensure the following: build pathways for 100 million young people to aspirational economic opportunities, facilitate 200 million young people to gain relevant skills for productive lives and future of work, and partner with 300 million young people as change makers to create spaces for developing their leadership. Children and Digital Dump Sites report was recently published by World Health Organization. The Children's and Digital Dump Sites, that is e-waste exposure and child health report, was recently released by WHO. According to the report, more than 18 million children and adolescents working at e-waste dump sites in low and middle income countries are potentially at the risk of severe health hazard. Moving on, consider the following statements with respect to National Health Authority. The NHA is governed by a governing body chaired by Cabinet Secretary. NHA is responsible for implementing India's flagship public insurance scheme, that is the Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Arogya Yojana, Jan Arogya Yojana. So we have to select the correct statement. Looking at the first statement, it is incorrect because it is, if we talk about the governing body, it is chaired by the Union Minister of Health and Family Welfare, and the second statement is correct. So the correct answer is option B. NHA is the successor of National Health Agency, which was functioning as a registered society since 23rd May 2018. The governing body of NHA is chaired by the Union Ministry for Health and Family Welfare, and the governing body comprises of the chairpersons and 11 members. It is responsible for implementing India's flagship public health insurance or assurance scheme, that is Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, that is PMJ. Consider the following statements regarding foreign portfolio investment. FPI is a part of the country's capital account and is shown on the balance of payments. It is often referred to as hot money because of its tendency to flee at the first sign of trouble in the economy. So we have to select the correct statement. Now, both these statements are correct. The correct answer is option C. Foreign portfolio investment consists of securities and other financial assets passively held by foreign investors, doesn't provide the investor with direct ownership of the financial asset, and is relatively liquid depending on the volatility of the market. We have already discussed this statement, so we shall skip both these statements as these are already discussed. Which of the following countries shares border with Belarus? Latvia, Lithuania, Ukraine, Russia. Now all these countries share a boundary with Belarus, so the correct answer is option D. Belarus is a landlocked country in Eastern Europe. It is bordered by Russia to the east and northeast, Ukraine to the south, Poland to the west, and Lithuania and Latvia to the northwest. Consider the following statements regarding Dudhwa Tiger Reserve, located in the state of Uttarakhand, and Suheli and Mohana streams flow through it. Yes, we have to select the correct statement. Suheli and Mohana do flow through the Dudhwa Tiger Reserve, and it is not located in Uttarakhand but Uttar Pradesh. So the correct answer is option B. Recently, a tigress living in the abandoned rubber factory in Uttar Pradesh's Bareilly district was rescued and released in the Dudhwa Tiger Reserve. The reserve is a protected area under UP that stretches mainly across Lakhimpur Kheri and Bahraich districts, and Suheli and Mohana streams flow through the reserve. Which of the following peaks is the highest peak of Aravalli range? Guru Shikhar is. So, recently, against the backdrop of the Supreme Court's order, Haryana's Archaeology Department has told the government to demolish 60 illegal farmhouses in the ecologically sensitive Aravalli Range. The Aravalli Range is a mountain range in the northwestern India, running approximately 670 km in southwest direction, starting near Delhi, passing through the southern states of Haryana, Rajasthan, and ending in Gujarat. The highest peak is Guru Shikhar at 1722 meters. Moving on, let's look at the practice question for the next segment. The Indian Navy and European Union Naval Force, UNAV-4, exercise is being conducted in which of the following places? So I hope you'll be able to answer it correctly in the comment segment. That's it for today. Tomorrow we shall meet again with another segment. Until then, stay updated and thank you so much for watching.